And welcome back to the channel. On this video, I want to talk about the New Jersey proposed, or not proposed, it's been put into law, the new law regarding e-bikes and anything with a motor on it, e-bike wise, considered as a motor vehicle or moped. And so there's pushback on that law, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But I want to give an update on the recent video I did on the New Hampshire proposed bill with regard to paying registration for all bikes, bicycles, e-bikes, no matter what, $50 a year per bike. And I've been getting several people telling me here, commenting that has been scrapped. And so I did some digging myself, and I can tell you that as of February 1st, the date I'm recording this, which is Sunday, you'll see it the very next day on Monday, the 2nd. As of February 1st, 2026, House Bill 1703 remains pending in the House Transportation Committee with an uncertain future. While the bill has not been officially voted down, its momentum has stalled significantly following intense public backlash during its January 27th hearing. According to the latest developments, sponsor's recommendation, the bill's prime sponsor, Rep. Thomas Walsh, has stated he expects the bill to die in committee. He admitted that the current draft was a first draft intended to spark conversation about transportation funding rather than pass in its current form. Official status on the legislative docket, it is still listed as introduced. There has been no formal motion to amend it or vote it out of committee yet. Public opposition, nearly 14,000 residents signed in to oppose the bill during its initial hearing, one of the largest displays of public pushback in recent New Hampshire legislative history. Good for you guys. Likely outcome. Committee members, including co-sponsor Rep. Ted Gorski, have indicated that they will likely recommend the bill as inexpedient to legislate, which would effectively kill it for the remainder of the session. In short, the bill is technically alive, but it is currently on life support with no expected path forward in its original form. So basically, in all intents and purposes, dead, but not officially. I couldn't get a 100% confirmation on it being dead as of yet. We'll probably find out in the next day or two for sure, but it's pretty much dead. It's like 99.999%, it sounds like. So anyway, that's an update on the New Hampshire situation there. And thank you to all you guys that have been commenting with regard to that. So now let's get to the New Jersey e-bike laws pushback. So advocacy groups and riders in New Jersey are pushing back against the nation's strictest e-bike law, signed by Governor Phil Murphy on January 19, 2026. The legislation reclassifies nearly all e-bikes from pedal-assist commuters to high-speed e-motos as motorized bicycles, effectively treating them like mopeds. Key points of pushback: the moped reclassification. Groups like the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition argue the law is too broad. By reviewing the standard three-class system used in 46 other states, New Jersey now requires registration, insurance, and a driver's license for low-speed e-bikes that previously required none. Barriers to mobility. Critics note that requiring a driver's license discriminates against low-income residents, teenagers, and people with disabilities who rely on e-bikes for essential transportation but cannot legally drive a car. Administrative hurdles. Opponents highlight that most e-bikes lack a manufacturer's certificate of origin, which is currently required for registration at the MVC, making compliance virtually impossible for current owners. Impact on bike shares. There's a significant concern that these requirements will effectively end programs like City Bike in the New Jersey cities, as shared e-bikes cannot easily be insured or registered to individual riders. The e-moto versus e-bike debate. Advocates and acknowledge the danger of high-powered e-motos which can exceed 30-plus miles per hour, but argue the law should target those specifically rather than punishing everyday cyclists. National organizations like People for Bikes have labeled New Jersey a radical outlier and are pressuring the legislature to return the standard classification system. What's next? A 6-month grace period is currently in effect until July 19, 2026, during which advocacy groups are working with the new legislative session to craft amendments that differentiate between low-speed assist bikes and high-speed motorbikes. Advocacy groups continue to challenge the nation's strictest e-bike law signed on January 19, 2026. The legislation, this is S434/A6235, classifies e-bikes into a motor vehicle framework requiring registration, license, and insurance for all classes, critical areas of opposition, administrative dead ends. Advocates point out that the law requires a manufacturer's certificate of origin or title for registration at the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. Most existing e-bikes were sold without these documents, leaving current owners in a legal limbo. The license gap. Over 600,000 New Jersey residents do not have a driver's license. For these individuals, including the disabled, low-income commuters, and those with vision impairments, the law creates a major barrier to essential mobility. Shared mobility impact. While shared programs like City Bike are exempt from some registration rules, individual users still face confusion regarding personal liability and licensing. Sales and service bans. The law includes a 1-year ban on online bike sales and prohibits the sale of modification kits intended to increase speeds. Local bike shops are concerned this will drive business out of state while failing to address the underground market for high-speed e-motors. Advocacy and legislation next steps. The New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition and national group like People for Bikes are now lobbying the 2026 legislative session for corrective amendments. Restoring the Class 3 system. Efforts are underway to exempt Class 1 pedal assist only bikes from the motorized bicycle category. Clarifying insurance. Critics argue that personal liability insurance for bicycles is not currently a standard product offered by most New Jersey insurers, making compliance difficult even for those who want to follow the law. Road access. Under the current text, e-bikes, now mopeds, are barred from the road with the speed limit over 50 miles per hour, which advocates say locks riders into certain neighborhoods without safe exits. Current status. A 6-month grace period is active until July 19, 2026. During this time, the New Jersey MVC is directed to waive initial examination and registration fees for those seeking compliance. What else these groups are going to do to overturn or try to overturn the new law? Advocacy groups are employing several strategies to challenge amend the New Jersey e-bike law before full enforcement begins on July 19, 2026. Pursuing corrective legislation. The primary goal for groups like the New Jersey Bike and Walk Coalition is to pass clean-up bills during the 2026-2027 legislative session. Restoring the Class 3 system. Efforts are focused on re-exempting Class 1 pedal assist only bikes from classified as motorized bicycle. Creating exemptions. There is a push to create specific exemptions for disabled riders and adaptive e-trike users to preserve their mobility without burdensome license. Challenging legal consistency. Advocates are raising potential legal arguments to invalidate parts of the law. Federal conflicts. Groups like the Regional Plan Association argue the bill may conflict with 15 U.S.C. 2085, a federal law that defines low-speed e-bikes as consumer products rather than motor vehicles. Administrative failure. Opponents highlight that the law is currently unenforceable because the New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission, the MVC, is not set up to register bikes that lack a manufacturer's certificate of origin. Grassroots and public pressure. Direct lobbying groups are urging residents, I should say, to contact their state assembly representatives to demand revisions that protect the 600,000 New Jersey adults who do not hold a driver's license. Several petitions, such as the Withdraw the New Jersey E-Bike Law campaign, are gathering thousands of signatures to demonstrate wide-scale voter opposition. What happens next? Grace period. Enforcement is delayed until July 19, 2026, giving advocates a window to lobby for changes while the MVC, I should say, attempts to build a registration system. Safety education alternatives advocacy groups are proposing that the state focus on enforcing existing laws for high-speed e-motos and creating a safety curriculum for schools rather than imposing a blank ban on low-speed e-bikes. See, if you go back here to the Class 1 situation and they want to deem that as a bicycle, just Class 1. I don't see the difference between a Class 1 and Class 2, other than one doesn't have a throttle on it. If you're going to allow Class 1, then you need to allow, in my opinion, Class 2. It's ridiculous that the bike has to have, cannot have a throttle. For those who need a little bit of assistance to get the bike going, because let's face it, these bikes are heavier than your standard traditional bike. And so getting it from a stop, getting it started, or if you need to get out of a certain situation and or maybe you have a cramp in your leg or something and you're unable to pedal, you've got the throttle there. But that's what they're talking about, making eliminating or leaving out Class 1 and still keeping that one as a bicycle. I don't like that. I mean, if you're going to do it, Class 1, Class 2. But we'll see where all this goes. I like the fact that people are fighting back, and good for them. And let's hope this law gets pushed back enough that they turn it. And I don't want to see other states start piling on and doing the same type of law. We don't need the e-bike community to be going down this path. No way. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on with the pushbacks. And it's great to see this, and good for you folks out there. Keep it going. That's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.